Good afternoon on what is a bright, sunny and mild day. It is Saturday the 16th of October. I'm back in the Reading Nook with a nice hot cup of tea and some parcels to unbox. And this one came today. It's from Perplexing Ruins in Bloomington, Indiana. So let's open up and find out what's inside. So here we go. Come on, there we go. Okay. Get around and pulling out. Inside we have this. Darkness Moves. Let's see what else we've got in here. Nice little postcard. So let's see if there's anything else in here, just to check, because you never know. If there's one thing, there's always yep, that's fine. So this is essentially Darkness Moves. Thank you for picking up this effort of mine. It's my first extended adventure, a level 1 to 3 adventure to supplement Cairn, taking place in dark, mysterious place known as the Violet Valley. All art and text is mined. I think that's mine with a few instances of friendly input, and the Hexen turn is a public domain art. Good luck in the adventures in Darkness Moves. Text and art by Perplexing Ruins. Okay, so there we go. So this is a it's a hex crawl, I think. Essentially, you have the Violet Valley. Basically, simple sort of like 6x6 hex crawl, 36 hex crawl with essentially more hexes inside it. So basically, it's a low-level adventure for you to use with Cairn. Setting here is the Violet Valley, a tucked-away region resting between craggy hills to the west and north, and deep forest to the east. A desolate, thoroughly serviceless roads that leads in, and so on. Essentially, what it says is the results of this module are not defined. The fail or win factor should be considered during preparation. It may end to present a strange and dark place for players to explore, but it's quite possible they leave the valley with a sense of hopelessness shared by the NPCs. We've got a table of rumours, some background, nice cleanly laid out. A little tight on the text. There's quite text heavy, but it should be easy to read. Travel encounters as well. And then it goes into describing the various locations. So on the map we've got 10 locations, and essentially they're described there. So really within you open up map, background, rumours, travel encounters, and then description of the locations. That's it. That's 5 pages. That's 5 pages. It's and essentially the setting itself is kind of done in for the most part. But then we get into we've got actually a bit more. So you have a best 3, different monsters, exhumed villagers, raven, wilt, wolves, brackle, strange creatures, and then we have the beasts as well, basically to adding delusions, and we go on to the who. I don't know what this is. Basically NPCs, and actual village, Argyle village. Based nice little map there, just sort of like, okay, it's a basic illustration, and they've used that as a map. I think that's a nice layout, a nice view, and we've got more as well. Basically more content, a little bit mysterious, and essentially this is material you're basically getting deeper into the setting and discovering more, and more elements of the setting, such as the Black Heart, which is which is basically a deep cave located in the valley. See whether that's marked. I presume that's going to be. Let's have a look. So we've got a description here on the page. So the Black Heart, Black Heart. Okay, there. I mean, basically, deep underground, and then you've got a more detailed description for when the players visit that location and explore further and literally deeper. And it keeps doing it. That's the structure. Provide the initial sort of information about that encounter, and then provide deeper content later in the fanzine. And then it does the same for Bog Island. Not quite so much. Interesting piece of artwork. It's sort of like a weird piece of artwork there. A fresh spring, and we get into the Veiled Woods, which is a let's have a look. Location 10, I'm presuming. Fresh spring is there. I'm just looking at the list. Veiled Woods with a lot of larger locations, and basically more detailed locations there, and we get to basically a fuller description, more open up. And this, I suppose, it's written for Cairn, which is a role-playing game. I don't know off the top of my head. That's fine. But again, this is the kind of adventure which you could easily take the elements and adapt it to the system of your choice. It's really kind of OSR style. So obviously, Mork Borge would be an obvious candidate, but then you could use Old School Essentials or something like that with relative ease. And we have a Clarish, a Deep Tomb for actual sort of like, here's the actual dungeon sort of like adventure in the basically in the valley. And we'll have tables of minor treasure, plants and herbs, and some particular locations and encounters and sort of things like that to round it off. So that's Darkness Moves. My criticism would be, I think it needs another edit, just on a glance through. And if I'm spotting it on a glance through, there is probably needs a deeper edit. But again, that's the editor in me speaking. But I like the look of it. This looks like an interesting little setting which you can drop into your dark campaign. It's a hex, that has got more detail within it, and you just drop it in. There you go. There's the Violet Valley, and I think the author's done a good job of organising it throughout. Like the travel encounters, the pages of rumours, that's really all easy to find, it's basically there's a lot of effort made to keep everything together, but keep it within its own particular section. So basically like the NPCs in the village here, they're in the middle. So when you're actually in the village, the players are exploring, and essentially they've got the NPCs on one page. You turn over, you've got the description of the village itself. So it's all nicely organised and presented. And I look forward to digging into this deeper and giving it a proper review. That is Darkness Moves from essentially. Let's have a look. Trying to work out by Perplexing Ruins, which you'll have to track down if you want to copy yourself. So, in the meantime, thank you once again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I hope you've enjoyed this, and if you have, please do click that like button. And if you've got any comments or feedback, then please do post them down below, and I do respond and I read them. Appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to see me basically back here in the Reading Nook, and want to be alerted to yet more unboxings, where you'll see me with some parcels and a book or game which I will talk about to the best extent of my knowledge for about 10 minutes or so. all accompanied, of course, by a nice hot cup of tea, then do please hit that subscribe button. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll be back again soon with another unboxing in the Nook. Bye for now.